And I do believe we're live. Yeah, that's it. We're live. Hello, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to, what have I called it? We'll Talk Tesla.
We'll Talk Tesla.
My lovely, I think that was quite clever, wasn't it? In fact, while we're there,
Yeah.
while we're waiting for people.
Oh, it's a blatant merch plug. It is.
No,
It's a merch plug.
I didn't think of it in time. Look.
Get ready for it. Incoming.
Team Humanity.
Oh, look.
And my favourite one, which just came to me in a vision as I was ordering these.
A vision.
Warning, we'll talk Tesla. So hence, that is the name of this of the live segment now. I'll be doing hopefully every Friday with special guests and very special guest, Dave Dewson. Thanks for joining me today, mate.
Special.
You're very special.
Ago, we were chatting about something else, wasn't it?
I know.
It's been a busy week.
We have so much to discuss. We even spoke in this afternoon, didn't we, about different topics? And we're back again for tonight's live. But if you're joining us today, hello, how are you? Hope you're enjoying life wherever you are in the world. Hello to the people that have already said hi in the comments. Someone hello from Turkey already. It's so cool that people are around the world.
Look,
there's Caroline already.
For the weekend, don't we? Look,
we did, yeah. We met them in the Manchester showroom. That was absolutely fantastic. Hello, Quantum Dan. Hello, Tesla Watch.
See, look, you can't get anything past Caroline. Look, pole position. Top
Bongo Wongo. Look at that. Yeah. Every time I see this guy, Bongo Wongo. Hello, by the way. It reminds me when I first met Charlie. I was a drummer in a band in Scotland, and the nightclub that we were working in was called Bongo Wonga. I thought it was a great name for a kids' club, and we were the band. But every time I see Bongo Wongo, I think of that.
You think of that. Anyway, excellent.
I do. So we'll just wait for a few more people to gather in before we start the main show. So we'll just keep saying hello. Hello, Inspector Morse, 85 by the looks of it. That's cool. Well, hello from Texas. Oh, that's so cool. You're actually in Texas. You're where all the action is. Can you imagine living in Texas, Dave? And we'd just be summoning flipping robo-taxis out of a Cybertruck. We'd be watching Starship taking off. Can you imagine?
I'd probably get arrested for trying to spy on the factory or something, wouldn't I? Sneaking around in there looking for stuff.
You would be. It would make a change from sneaking around, Birmingham on a rainy day, trying to spot FSD drives.
FSD drives, yeah.
It's great. You're the Tesla stalker.
Governor.
That's terrible. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Hello from Austria. Great. I'll be there soon.
Yeah.
Say hello to my little friend. And Dave, yes, again.
We're
quite a few of us are going to be driving across for the Tesla takeover happening in Flacau on, flipping it. I forgot the dates again. When is it?
Oh, well.
I just wrote it down in a video I was editing. Is it?
June, isn't it?
June. Don't know. Somebody tell me. June the 8th.
It's the 5th and 6th.
5th and 6th.
June the 5th and 6th, yeah.
Be there. It's going to be one of the biggest Tesla events.
Apparently it's on the 7th as well, but usually there's so much beer being consumed that the 7th doesn't usually happen.
Sweet.
But I've already been told that I am allowed to go to bed early.
That's good.
If I need to. I don't need to stay up drinking all night. I can go to bed early. So I'm fine.
looking forward to some beer. I bet they've got some good stuff there, haven't they?
Oh, mate, yeah, I bet. Definitely.
Yeah. My favourite beer, Alaskan Amber. Oh, I still love it.
Really?
We used to, be on the cruise ships. We'd be up in Alaska. That was the drink of choice. Beautiful. Right. Hello, Seamus. Hello, everyone else who's there. It's really nice to see you. While you're all there, chuck us a like because it helps. Apparently, that would be really good if you just press that. And I will get on with the show. So, what we're here today to talk about is killer airbags. We're going to be discussing that, which is quite ridiculous. Legacy Auto's shameless optional extras list, which they're charging for. And we're going to get to some Tesla FSD news. Tesla FSD news. I'll calm down. I'm a bit overexcited. I'm just excited to see everyone. Perhaps talk about the Model 3 rear-wheel drive, which I've just taken back to the showroom today. I've borrowed it for a few days. Dave was out with me as well, being my excellent cameraman and assistant. Nice. Yeah, it's good. And we'll talk about automatic emergency braking fails and, I don't know, just more Tesla news than you can shake a stick at. So let's start, shall we? We Tesla owners very much enjoy a nice frunk, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's a front boot, so it should really be called a fruit, shouldn't it? But let's keep calling it a Frunk. But
it was our only disappointment in the Model Y, wasn't it? The new Y standard, the whole Frunk thing in the Y.
Well, I'll get.
It's back in
I mentioned this again in my new video that's going to be coming out tomorrow, which I've been working on this afternoon. It shouldn't bug me so much, but it does, because I think something that's unfinished needs finishing. That's the best I could put it. And if you can tell that something's not finished, just do something. But what I was going to ask you, Dave, is how much value, or how much do you value your Frunk? Or should I say, how much would you pay for that empty space?
I am a bit of a junk in the front kind of guy, definitely.
Right.
I actually have Frunk snacks. There's a box of snacks in my Frunk. So
idea.
You're keeping an emergency bag of cheddars handy, don't you, Will? You're quite partial to a bag of cheddars.
Well, banana, but they just don't last very well. But
well, not in the Frunk. They'll get a bit. No, like cereal bars and any something like that. Just so I have snacks, Frunk snacks. So I use my Frunk a lot. Definitely, it's got charge cables in it, puncture repair stuff. It's like
There's a reason I'm asking, and you know it already.
But go on then.
I'm going to get to the main point in a minute, but I've also discovered that the Frunk is a really handy place to put your fish and chips. If you don't want it to get stinky in your car, you put them in the Frunk. Practical. Yeah. But anyway, the reason I'm asking you is because unbelievably, and I thought this was a joke, Ford are now charging for a Frunk. So it's an optional extra on the Mach-E for just $495. Unbelievably. So the Ford 2026 Mustang Mach-E, Ford has made the Frunk, that's the front trunk storage compartment under the hood, an optional extra that costs just under $500 to add. It was previously standard equipment on all prior model years, but Ford removed it as default after research showed many owners rarely used the space. Now, I'm wondering whether that research was they asked a few people who, perhaps drive Mustang Mach-E's, or whether they actually have the software details of how many times that Frunk's been opened and closed. Did you think they actually know things like that? Can they see the data?
Somehow, Will, I very, very much doubt that. Now, I had a thought about this because Sandy Munro praised the Frunk in the Mach-E because it has a drain hole in the bottom, and you could put ice in the bottom of it and put your beers in it and keep your beers cold. And they got rid of it. So the only bit that he did like, they got rid of. Have you got the picture of it with the with no plastic in it?
Unfortunately, I don't. That's the only picture I forgot to get.
Well, when I saw that picture, because it's a picture of the underside of the bonnet without the plastic in it, so it hasn't got the bits in it, and I thought it was Sandy Munro's desk actually, and he just pulled all the heat pump out of it and stuck it all on his desk.
Oh, that way, yes.
It's just stuff everywhere. It's absolutely it's just stuff everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that was the when he was looking at the Octavalve heat pump versus Ford's version of it, wasn't it? And he had literally a bag.
I think
of piping.
I think he had two tables full of pipes and bits and pieces.
And he made it. The standout moment of that for me was when he said, "And don't forget, these are full of liquid that weighs a lot."
Yeah,
it's not just But
every pipe junction and everything is a potential failure point, and all that kind of.
Yes,
Just it's cost, it's leaks, it's
They like complexity. So the next thing that I thought was a joke, had to fact check this. Ready?
Oh, this is
I can't believe it. It was so funny to me how Audi charges $15 to $20 for a beep wallpaper for the display of $167,000 car.
$160,000 car.
And what they want to do is charge you $15 to $20 for some flipping wallpaper for the screen. I mean, we're not talking sort of, vintage flop wallpaper for your conservatory. We're talking some pixels on a screen. And someone had put, what absolute joke of a car company at this point.
I bet, has it got a USB port so you can put your own on a stick and put them on there? I bet it hasn't even got that, has it?
I'm not sure. But thank you, Black Model 3, for sharing this. Do follow him on X.
It's quite bizarre how desperate they are to monetize absolutely everything. I just don't get this.
I mean, how could this even make a dent into profits as well by charging this? I mean, this has caused nothing but outrage in the Audi and the car community for how ridiculously money grabbing this is. Is it really worth the squeeze? I can't Get my head around it.
I can't imagine that I just don't get it. I mean, and $15 for it's just ridiculous. Come on.
Oh, but apparently I did do a bit of research into this. It does also include a different ambient lighting color around the car. It's not just the color on the screen; it's another color.
Oh, well, that makes it entirely worthwhile then, Will.
Yes, definitely.
Bargain. It's an absolute bargain.
Not quite as worthwhile and life-saving as Volkswagen. I just can't help but share this at every opportunity because I still can't believe this is actually on their website today. They are still charging £325 for some curtain and side airbags in the front and rear, and a center airbag as well. Can you actually believe they put a value and the cost on safety? And who's going to be ticking this in the options list going, yes, I won't. Oh, no, I won't get these. Why would you choose not to get them? Maybe you'll sell the car on. Maybe that airbag would save someone's life in the future. Of course you want them. Just Volkswagen, you should obviously just put them straight on.
I still can't believe that these aren't just standard. It's only front airbags that are standard on cars still, isn't it? So side airbags are optional, but most manufacturers just put them in anyway. They're not required for regulation. They're just required for the front airbags are like driver and passenger. But why not?
It's crazy.
Yeah. The comments are good. There's some good comments. Wellies, muddy wellies and dog stuff goes in the frunk. That was what I.
Oh right. Yes.
Dan says I could get drunk for less than that. Me too, actually.
Yeah. Well, John Stubbs. Ford have lost the plot. I do agree. Yeah. Jason writes, glad I left Audi behind.
Were you an Audi guy before? Yeah. Okay.
Oh God, Frunk that. Yeah. Absolutely. What do they put in it if you don't pay? Well, bizarrely, it's full of what looks like engine, isn't it? Have you seen the picture of the Ford Mach-E without the front?
It's literally what was. I don't know if you remember when Monroe did the teardown of the Mach-E. There was a video that they did comparing the Model Y and the Mach-E, and there were two tables full of pipework and bits of rubbish. That is the contents of what's under, and that's what's on full display when you don't have the frunk. So if you don't pay $500, you have to look at that lot every time you open the front of it.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Tesla's version of what's under there is just a neat bar that sits on the back, full of components.
Yeah, it is.
Like a horizontal what's it called, radiator underneath, to give space for that boot. There's a wonderful teardown by we were talking about the other day, not Sandy Monroe, the other guy who tears stuff down. What's his name? John someone.
Oh yeah.
He was at a car show once, and he was yes, that's right. He was a guy who did the Cybertruck teardown before Sandy got to it, I think. But he was also at an event that I did a video about once, where he was filming a guy who was putting a Model Y together, the front end and the rear end, as in the bumper and all the components inside. And he just showed you how easy it was to literally click these things into parts. And he was saying, this is in preparation for when it'll be robots doing it, because it's so simple. And you could just walk into the bonnet of the car and just fix the components around you, and then just work your way backwards. It was brilliant. A great example of Tesla's engineering prowess, I suppose, of just how they put cars together.
Designed to be assembled, and assembled with automation, if preferably because the rear, all the charge cables are in a special. They're formed in aluminium cables so that they're in a constant shape, and they fit straight into the vehicle, so they can be they don't have to be bent or twisted or pushed or anything. They literally just click straight into place. So because if you don't do that, and you have to spend a little bit of extra on the cables, and there's like a plastic guide that goes around it. But if you don't have that, then you have to, tweak the cables into position, and it takes time to do it. It takes time to fit them, and there's a risk you damage them and things like that.
There's a word for that. Pokey yoke.
Yeah.
Where you can't put a component in the wrong way round. It can only go in one way. So it got
yes.
I remember learning that from that video. That was great. Just one more on this. X-Ben charge about £160 for a drunk on the new G6.
On the new G6.
Just get a drunk.
I could go down Worcester High Street and get one of them on a Saturday night. I'm not quite sure what you meant there.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many fun comments. Can I just put them up on screen and then anyone?
This is my room back in the 80s for sure. Yes. Yeah. Actually, it's worse than my room. There were definitely less wires in my room back in the 80s. There's a lot in here
now. Right. So let's move on to the not so happy fun subject of killer airbags. Okay. So this came on X the other day, and again, I'm struggling to understand how this has even happened. 1 million Opel cars are being recalled due to killer airbags. This applies to the Astra, the Mokka, Zavira, Vectra, Cascada, Meriva, and Signum models produced between 2003 and 2018. So slightly older models of Stellantis vehicles here. These cars are equipped with Takata airbags containing ammonium nitrate. Over time, this substance loses its properties, and the activation of the airbag turns into a shot of shrapnel. Let me just read that again. The activation of the airbag turns into a shot of shrapnel. The car manufacturer has been unable to solve this problem since 2013.
Why? Why have they been unable to solve it?
I'm glad you asked.
I don't know.
Go on.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, when I first, I don't think I read all of this when you showed me this earlier, but I'm like, okay, so Tesla buys airbags from other people. They could have issues. This could kind of happen to anybody if they where they get their airbags from is something goes wrong with manufacturing or whatever. So, you can end up in it. But if it's been going on for that long, that's ridiculous. Why has it been going on for so, or is it taken? Have they only just realised that it's doing it, and now they've got to recall all of them?
Unfortunately, tens of millions of vehicles have been fitted with these and affected. Well, it says here since 2013, but it says 2003 here. Action to take, though, if you have one of these cars or you know someone with these cars, go for a free airbag replacement at authorized Opel or Stellantis dealers. Owners should check their VIN number on the official Opel website or contact a dealer immediately to confirm if affected and schedule a repair. I mean, this is no joke, is it? If those components are turning into shrapnel, and your airbag is there to save your life, not shoot you.
Well, and if you're unlucky enough to need your airbag, you want it to work. And a lot of test effort goes into airbags. I vividly remember all the stuff because my vehicle I worked on had a driver's airbag. That was the only one it had. But we did have to rigorously test all of it. And don't cheapskate really on airbags. Get good ones, and they will, because they'll save your life. But this one obviously won't. This one,
this might actually kill you. I mean, the accident, the crashing into a tree won't kill you. The airbag will kill you. I mean, it's pretty hard to get your head around that one, isn't it? I might do a little bit more research into this to try and find more effective models, because I think this needs to be. I mean, why isn't this talked about? Why isn't this on the news?
I think that is not limited just to them. Because I bet that manufacturer goes in all kinds of things. So it's worth do some digging.
Yeah, it just says once more, serious risk here is serious injury or death from explosive deployment, part of the massive global Takata
airbags are
recall crisis, and tens of millions.
Whenever I see somebody with their feet on the dashboard on the passenger side, if you've ever seen an airbag deploy out the passenger side, you wouldn't put your feet on the dash. You'll have no legs left. It'll just literally.
But the power
airbags the power is so strong, and it's literally projecting from the dashboard. So, and usually there's a panel that flips out of the dashboard, and he's on like nylon braided cords to stop it flapping around in the car. That blows out the way, and the bag comes out from underneath it. And also, don't sit too close to the steering wheel if you can. I know. Don't do that.
I always think that every time I see a lady sat there with her teeth next to the steering wheel, just thinking that's not going to go well. It doesn't. If any car crashes into you.
There's a few people I've seen doing it, and I'm just like, don't. I think the trouble is we kind of take stuff for granted, this technology, and it is there to save your life. But if you sit too close to it, if it's right on your chest, or in your face, you're kind of, that thing's got to go. When it goes, it's going to go, and it's going to go very quickly. And number of times I've seen in the summer, people with their feet on the dashboard, right on top of the airbag. That's not a great idea.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been a bit of a small sport here, and I look.
No, not at all. Yeah, we've all seen countless footage of cars flipping, and some kids hanging out at the door, sat on the window or something at these events. Yeah. Maybe it's just me who's watched things like this. I remember seeing some guy in the Middle East or something driving on a beach, and then all of a sudden the car just digs in, and he was, his passenger was sat in the window. And he just gets flung up to space. He's fine. Yeah. He lands. Yeah. But anyway, let's not laugh at things like that. Let's take a look at the next jolly thing. This is the same story. Hang on.
It wouldn't be a Tesla Jigsaw live stream without that, would it?
I know. It's so hard to get this right. No one cares. No one's like waiting for me to get this perfect, are they? It's fine. So what are we looking at here, Dave? You shared this with me earlier.
This have you got the name of the guy who did? I can't remember it.
Yes, I do. This is from @Muppicus.
Muppicus. And there's also
Cyber Gigafactor 1.
That's the ones. Yeah. So thank you very much for putting this together. I love it so you can go and download all these videos from the Euro NCAP website. And it's a joy to watch these poor little crash test dummies getting absolutely annihilated by some really, really modern new cars. Have they still not got this stuff to work properly yet? That's my question.
Appears not.
You can see some of these. One of these is a 2026 car. And then we get to these ones that they all work perfectly and have done for years.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier as well, this is the NCAP test that they are funded independently as well. So they are.
And they invite manufacturers to submit vehicles for testing. So you can't just turn up with a car and go. They need to be invited to be tested, and they do everything independently. There's a little party
for no reason.
Yeah. So there's a
good recording. It's fine. I played again.
So I find it I find it shocking that now the thing is that these are what shows up here is that a lot of manufacturers use there are very few actual manufacturers that make the systems that do these functions in vehicles. They're not usually made by like we've got Audi, we've got Volkswagen, Ford, Skoda. They're made by other third parties. They're systems that are made and they're fitted in accordance with what those manufacturers want. But so pretty much if one vehicle does it and they use the same kind of system on a different make of vehicle, it's going to do exactly the same thing. And so what happens is Euro NCAP they've passed their regulation, so they've gone through proper testing and they've gone through all their UNECE regulation approval, and they've passed the simple tests that are required, and they are quite simple really. But then Euro NCAP push these limits a little bit, so they go a little bit further, and they're pushing tests that are not included currently included in UNECE. I suspect they will be at some point. So the pedestrian tests in particular are much the speeds are usually elevated a bit more. There's some different conditions where they do different angles, different approaches, and what it's doing is looking for holes in the systems that manufacturers are fitting. And what's really obvious to me every time I see this, and there was somebody did a similar video about 4 years ago, and nothing's changed. Well, nothing's changed at all.
I have a question for you then, Dave.
Yes.
If a company like Tesla has come along and they've proved that they can make these systems work with whatever they've got in, whatever widgets they're using, whatever technology they've got in their cars, why wouldn't NCAP raise the standard of the test and say, well, look, Tesla can do this. They can not hit motorbikes or children or cars in crossroads like this. What's that? And is it ID7? I think in one of these, these are newish cars. Look at this, 2023.
2025 T-Rock. Yeah.
What? Yeah. Let me just go back to this one, because ID7 2023. This is a pretty new car, as these other ones are. So that's my question. Why can't the test threshold be raised to meet Tesla's standards, and everyone else gets a big thumbs down at least?
Well, I think we're talking about UNEC, really, aren't we? Whether they would raise the bar on the test. Well, none of these guys would be able to make cars anymore. If you made this mandatory, they wouldn't. There's no way they'd be able to, because they can't pass it, can they? They'd have to go back to the drawing board. They'd have to glue a load more sensors on it. I mean, these things. So a lot of these pedestrian ones are using shortwave radars on the corners, short-range radars, mounted behind the bumpers in the corners of the vehicle. But when there's a, as you can see,
in the Teslas.
No. There's no radars in Teslas, but
I don't know. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. So
it's vision for the Teslas and everything else. Yeah.
Everything else is using short-range radars. They're using ultrasonics. They've got radars and cameras, and you have the usual conflicts that we've all talked about before with the fact that there's a radar saying something's going on, or the camera sees something and the radar says that there's nothing there. So which one do you trust? Do you trust them?
Exactly? Yeah.
And also in this, can you see that some of them are doing at night? So the vehicles that have vision-based systems also have to repeat the tests at night.
Okay.
Because cameras are not as good in the dark. Yeah. But that one there with the Cupra Born just
just plowing through. Oh,
it's completely and utterly missed it. So, but for me, this is a classic demonstration of just how good Tesla's safety systems are.
Yeah, and just how poor Legacy Auto is actually taking this seriously.
I think you can look at, there are some others that are getting through this. So they're not, it's not that everybody's failing, but there's clearly some issues. It looks like VW have got some issues for starters. So whatever system they're using is not great. Well,
we've also talked about the Mercedes automatic emergency braking a few times, haven't we? When we've seen quite a lot of examples, and certainly, what was it? What car? It's the show where the emergency braking kicked off twice, and it made a Tesla go into the back end of it during filming. And the guy who had borrowed the car, one of the presenters, that had happened on that morning as well for the school run when he was driving. A car pulled out with plenty of space, and the Mercedes slammed its brakes on. And underneath their video on YouTube, the What Car video, is full of Mercedes owners saying, "This is happening to me all the time. My wife has demanded I get rid of the car now, so they've got to get to the." I mean, and then Mercedes seemed to just brush it off as well. It's acting normally. This is what automatic emergency braking does. Everyone's like,
apparently it's under investigation now. They've actually pulled them in. Mercedes have started pulling them back into dealerships to be checked. But the trouble is that there's not a lot of, because I'm pretty sure that Mercedes don't make that system. It'll be from Continental or somebody, whoever supplies their system, and there's a very limited amount of adjustment of the sensitivity of that system. So if they turn it down to desensitize it so it doesn't do that thing anymore, it then won't work when you need it to work. Well,
there's a fine line of getting it correct, I suppose, but clearly when lots of people, hundreds if not thousands of people are claiming there's an issue, and Mercedes just brushed it away like they did with their response to What Car, which I thought was appalling. Anyway, let's leave that one there. Should we get on to some nice happy news rather than crashes?
I'm always looking at. I always want to see comments. What have we got in here?
Go for it.
End of. It's the end of the car when the airbags have deployed. It is pretty much
what's that? This one?
Yes, it is, because
it's the end of the car when airbags have deployed, and surprisingly easy to set them.
It literally it rips the seats apart because they have special stitches and stuff in panels that are designed to be weak for the bags to come out of when they deploy. It rips a hole in the dashboard. It rips a hole in the steering wheel. And the curtain airbags, they come off and all the trims go everywhere. And they're all contained on little straps and things. Have you ever taken them off? It's quite funny. Really.
No, I've never seen it really.
They're all so they're designed for the bags have to come out, but the trims you don't want the trims thrashing around inside the car because they'll knock you on the head and stuff. So it's really clever the way they're strapped in. The trims can fly out the way a little bit, and then the bags come out and they deploy in places. But it causes so much damage, and the cost of replacing it, so they're pretty much good done. Caroline says seems like a good use of the passenger airbag disable for summer leg lounging. So you could just turn them off. I wonder how many people actually do that when they put their feet on the dashboard.
Yeah, probably not. I used to do it when we had babies, and we put the car seat in the front. You'd have to turn off the airbag in the front. Well, as Quantum Dan mentioned earlier, the last thing to go through their mind would be their feet.
Indeed, yes, that's pretty much what happens.
Yes. Let me mention, Jason has put this, got my sexy enhanced dash today, auto dash today, and now fitted after the rainstorm. Congratulations, Jason, on buying it. And I do believe Jason used my referral code of Jigsaw10 to get himself 10% off all enhanced products. So, that's the sexy buttons that you can get, or this dash. That's good news, isn't it? Well done, Jason, for getting that done. Right, let's move on to an exciting story that dropped today. It's Damn it, here it is. Right. Hey. The 7-seater Model Y Juniper edition is now available in Europe. So this is just the third row seats. No, it's not the L. So this is just the standard. No, we're still waiting on the 6-seater L, and we're still waiting in the UK for this. But the configurator has opened today in Europe for the 7-seater, which you can now get for an extra €2,500. So I did spend some time sat in the back of the old Model Y 7-seater, and I thought it was more than adequate for children and more than adequate for someone of my size and height for a relatively short journey. You won't want to spend days in there, but it's absolutely fine, I think, for some extra seats. And you'd obviously usually just put kids in there, I suppose, who would probably enjoy the excitement of going in the back. I don't know about you, Dave, but did you used to go in the back of your dad's car in the boot when you were a kid? So like, yes, I'm in the boot.
I do. I vividly remember we had an Austin Allegro at one point, and I think it's the only car I've ever ridden in that made me feel ill. And it was the hydroelastic suspension on the back of the Allegro was just awful. It's really, really bad. Now, so as a bit of context there, I used to navigate in rally cars. So I can sit in a car and stare at a map and not get myself ill. But that Allegro, man, it used to make me ill.
That's hilarious.
I've been in the back of a Model X which had the third row, and fully charged. I think it might have been. Is it Darren? Is it? I think it might have been her X. I rode in the back of that, and I'm 6 foot tall, and in
the back. So third row.
Yeah, in the third row. It wasn't. It was tight. I wouldn't want to be more than a couple of hours there, but it was fine. I think the Y is a bit smaller though, isn't it?
The Y is a lot smaller than the X. It's quite ironic, really, isn't it? Because Americans are like, "Where's the 6-seater Model Y for us? We really need the space. We want the 6-seater," and they might be last to get it. I don't quite understand why that's the case. I think you can get the 7-seater in America, right? I think that's right. Someone let me know in the comments.
You can. You can't get the YL yet, can you? Can you get the YL? No,
it's just in China. Yeah, but it's coming to the UK. We've seen secret magic code for that, but we'll get to some.
Don't talk about secret magic things.
Don't talk about secret code. We'll get to that in a minute, Dave, because we need to put some fact-checking corrections out there into the world of X, because lots of people are spreading and sharing the news that there's some great FSD news in the UK.
How long Netherlands approval for the rest of Europe? FSD, there was one of them earlier on. It is mule, Caroline. Yes, it is well spotted. Look.
Okay.
Classic game. Absolutely classic.
How long from Netherlands approval for the rest? Let's get to FSD in a bit. All right, we'll save that. So where was I? I'm just going to quickly show this picture because I bothered to put it up there. It's
the 7-seat.
Damn it! No, hang on.
No.
Oh, for goodness sake! That one. I put this picture on here, so I'm going to make everyone look at it. Yeah, I mean, it's all right. The surprising thing is when you shut. Yeah, so when you shut the boot, you've got. I had a few inches above my head, and then these back headrests, they raise right up. So it's actually quite comfortable. If you're a big person, it's no good at all. But if you're normal or small, it's absolutely fine. So there we go. Deliveries are expected between April and May in Europe for the 7-seater, and that's all I need to say about that. I was going to. What are you laughing at? What you got?
Quantum Dan.
Well, there's lots of comments today. Thanks everyone for joining in. It's really nice to see everything.
Once had a Rover, Allegro Cross, called it a Legover.
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah. You're trying to make us laugh. That's fun. What we got here? And Andy Simpson. I've not read it yet, but just wanted to say hello, guys. Was gutted when my son and I missed you at the London Optimus gig. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Off to Longbridge tomorrow to pick up a new Model 3 performance. Fantastic. Keep up the good work.
Oh my
That's great.
Goodness, really? Well, congrats.
Nice.
Let me know if you see any FSD cars up there, will you? I'd like the registration.
He wants photos and videos sending to Dave Dewson. Yeah. What are you getting? What colour have you gone for? White seats, black seats? Yeah. Are you getting FSD?
Red and white.
Is anyone is anyone buying FSD just with the worry of coming to subscription model soon? I'm interested to know. Let me know in the comments there. Right. Right. Should we get to the next story or should we
don't know.
So we get to the more comments here. Right, okay. Well, I'm just going to talk about the Model 3 rear-wheel drive, Dave, because you helped me in the week do some filming with it. And we made some videos, and I took it back to the Tesla showroom today in Northampton. I've had it for a few days. I've really enjoyed it. It's been great. My wife was insured in it as well, so she's been nipping around in it. And to both of our surprise, she definitely prefers driving the Model Y, which is weird because it's bigger. She never thought she didn't think she'd enjoy driving the bigger car, but it is strange. But she says because she's higher up, she can sort of see the corners of the car. She sort of feels where it is. But when you low down, you can't see it. Yeah, and my revelation.
She's not into the lowrider thing, is she?
Oh yeah, she
doesn't like that. No, okay,
no, she's like that. She's not. She's got space.
Please no, no, don't do that.
But I was going to just mention, my it's a bit tedious if you've heard it, I suppose, too many times. But we didn't know whether to get the Model 3 Highland when it came out as a replacement from our old Tesla Model 3 or the Juniper Model Y. And it took us a long time to sort of sit down and decide what to get, because I love the sportiness of the 3. I love going around corners fast and like they're on rails, which is exactly what you get from all Model 3s. It's not just the performance, is it? The rear-wheel drive we were in, we were on a blast around corners. It was clinging on for dear life and absolutely fine with it.
It's not the lightest, is it? There's not many kilos in it, but it's
the long range is 50 kilograms lighter, which is kind of ironic. It's got the long range has got more batteries. But because
the battery's not full of iron, is it?
Yeah, there's LFP batteries in the rear-wheel drive. Yeah, I think it's 1,750 kilograms.
Yeah, it's about 1,800 kilos. That's good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah. There's
nothing even close to that.
No,
don't think so.
For me to get back into a Model 3 today is the first time driving one since we bought our Juniper. And I've had a blast with it. It's been a lot of fun. I literally feel like I'm sitting on the floor. It's like a race car again, sports car at least. I've had fun with it all. But I got back in mine when I picked it up today, and I felt so at home. I sort of opened the door and just sat down rather than just fell in.
to climb into it.
Yeah, I didn't have to climb into it, and then I started driving, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, I'm like king of the road again. I just felt higher up.
But I tell you what,
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, the new who was it was picking up a three performance tomorrow? That is when you get in the seats in though, they're like they're
oh my goodness, don't they?
You literally it's quite tricky to get in and out of it because the seats have got you so firmly. So you're trying to get in and out without sliding over the bolsters and stuff. But but when you're in it, you're like one with the car, and oh goodness,
that's it.
Trouble is, when you've got seats like that, the tire wear, man, you just because it's just egging you on everywhere just to try it around corners quicker. It's fantastic. I love
but here's my epiphany, my dilemma continues, because as I was sat, I've explained this in a video that I'm releasing tomorrow. That's a good one. Do check it out if you get a chance. But when I was what I was considering was when I'm driving the Model 3 and you put it on autopilot, and I never really knew where to put my foot when I'm in a Model 3. Because there's not really any room in that footwell. But when I'm in when I'm in our Juniper again, I put it in autopilot on the way home, and I just put my foot down. I didn't have to put it underneath the pedals. I didn't have to lean my knee to the door. It just felt so comfortable and reassuringly.
And they are supremely comfortable as well. The new suspension on the Juniper is very, very good. So,
and I tell you what, when we were driving the Model 3 rear-wheel drive, we were saying how the suspension is good, isn't it? And the sound
is very good.
What's that word? Don't tell me. the attenuation.
Yeah, that's it. Attenuation
It's really good inside.
Yeah.
But I got back in my Juniper, which is the premium now, isn't it?
Silent.
And it was so good. It was so much quieter, and the suspension was better. I could tell straight away that it was just it was a better car. So I'm really, really pleased. I came back smiling all the way from Northampton today, really happy that we made the right choice with our Model Y. Well, and I still had a blast with it. You know,
I quite like the I like the way that entry car now, the Model 3 was the damping was very good. It was not as firm as the first generation Model 3s. Definitely not that firm. Because it's on is it on 18s or 19-inch wheels? I can't remember what it's on. 19s, isn't it? It was on Bridgestones, which I thought that's unusual. I'm pretty sure we haven't had Bridgestones on 3 and Y before. We either had Michelin or Hankook or Pirellis, but I don't think we've had Bridgestones before. That's a new one. So yeah, I thought it rode really well, and it definitely felt like a fun car to drive. And I think the weight distribution is because when they put that battery in, they tweak the cells forward in the pack so that the cells are sitting forward. Because you haven't got the weight of the motor in the front, so they move they get the weight a bit further forward, and they do it in the long range as well. So so like Graham's long range rear wheel drive those are great. They're fab. They're so much fun to drive because you feel the rear bias of the. I mean, they're all quite rear bias. They're all quite rear bias because that performance cars tend to want more power at the back, so that the back end goes first. The wheels are steering, and the back end, all the power's going out the back.
There's definitely something nice about a rear wheel drive. Rear-wheel drive car. It's great.
I felt they'd done a much better job of cost reducing with the Model 3 because they hadn't taken away the armrest was really nice on the back seat. That was, you mentioned all this in the video. It's really that was a great video. I really enjoyed that.
I like it. Not many people have watched it, but I like it. It's a good video. I know. I think I'm learning. I did well. I know what I did wrong. I didn't make the hook strong enough, Dave. I need to get a bigger hook straight from the go. Pull people in and then keep them waiting for an answer. There's all this flipping logistics that I need to learn about YouTube that I keep forgetting.
So, a quick comment then. Mind of Nick.
Yeah.
Can you see him at the top of that? He says, "How do you get a test drive for a few days?" Yeah, I don't think you'll get a few days. A YouTuber, you can. So if you want to become a YouTuber, work really, really, really hard and don't get really paid very much for it.
For 3 years, and then they'll let you have a car for a day or two. Yeah.
If you talk nicely to your Tesla showroom and you go like midweek or some quiet time, they do. Usually they will. You can ask nicely and see what you get. They sometimes do overnight. They will give you a car overnight. So they're really good. They're very just talk to the people. They're really they're all great. They're really, really good.
It's like most people. If you're a nice person and you just ask nicely, then they'll probably try and do something for you. And it's true for other YouTubers as well. If you're going to act like a dick, then don't expect any favors. That's some brutal advice for certain people, isn't it? Let's move on. Almost 20,000 subs. Well done. Almost. I know. I'm not far away. 19,800 or something. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Gary, thanks,
that's
mate.
That's what
we'll get Will to 100,000.
Will, that's what that empty space is for on the left side of your head. That's what it's for. That's for your YouTube plaque to go up when you get it. Isn't it? On the other side.
On my YouTube. Well, I'll pop it in my pop it on my cabinet. I came in to get some shelves together. Be nice. One day. Look, Gary says we need to get Will to 100,000 subs. May Musk helped a bit this week when she responded to Will's video. She shared the video I did in Manchester and said something really lovely about it on X, and that bumped the video up to 50,000 views. But of course, I upload my videos to X. They're not linked to the YouTube, so I don't get any value or monetary value from the views on X. It's just purely because I want to sort of grow my whatever it's called.
Well, you can eventually monetize your X account, can't you? If you
eventually, but I am a long way away. I mean, this is something to consider. I mean, I've put every video on there for years now. I've obviously uploaded quite a lot of content, and I know it's obviously mainly for for text, isn't it? It's not really for videos, but I do put a lot of material on there, and I'm still a long way off for being monetized. So you do need to be a whopping great channel really to get monetized. But the pressure that would relieve from me from just not having all my eggs in this one YouTube basket, because it's terrifying. I know people have just their accounts have disappeared and they can never get them back. And if that happened to me, I've lost 3 years worth of videos.
Lars, didn't it?
It did, but I mean, luckily Lars got it back.
6 weeks in limbo, wasn't he? Yeah, it was just complete limbo. He got that was his income. That's what his income's been. He was, full-time YouTuber, and he lost his account for 6 weeks. It's crazy.
Yeah, and he's one of the lucky ones because he got it back. Yeah. Most people never get them back. So it would be great to monetize an X and then continue putting my videos up there, just so I've got a sort of backup, really. So I'm on both. Yeah, right.
Good.
Lots more comments. Thank you all for getting involved there. Please do like this video because it's going to help it be shown to more people. And I want to continue doing these lives because I really like it, but they only get about 1,000 views. So I'm wondering, is it really worth doing it? But hopefully we've got quantity here rather than we've got quality rather than quantity.
We're just bagging them out.
Right. Let me get on to the next subject so we can sort of keep on track. Because we're 46 minutes in already. Flipping heck! I feel like I just got started. Okay,
I did.
Let me go through. Let me go through a little bit of this then, Dave. I watched the Elon interview, which happened yesterday at Giga Berlin. It's really interesting.
They always are.
There's a few big YouTubers out there. Stephen Mark Ryan and who's the other one? Brighter with Herbert have done a sort of super cut of it. Not that it really needed cutting up, because it's only about 20 minutes, but it's been super cutted for your pleasure, which is really good. But anyway, in the recent interview, there's a pre-recorded discussion between Elon Musk and Giga Berlin plant manager Andre, focusing on Tesla's future with these key new points. So Elon mentioned that the Cybercab is going to be the most likely next major product for Giga Berlin, with the Tesla Semi and Optimus potentially following. There's potential for major expansion at Giga Berlin, including for battery cells, but contingent on remaining free from external influences. For example, companies like If Metal and the union issues and outside organizations interfering. Otherwise, there will be no further growth, which will be detriment to Germany, won't it? I mean, that would be terrible, Berlin. I can't help but wonder, does Tesla regret building one of their biggest European factories in the land of bureaucracy and regulation, and all the hassle they've had with the eco-terrorists that were setting fire to pylons this time last year or 2 years ago, was it? Taking to the trees in the cardboard tree plantation. Do you remember all that? That's
the tree plantation that is specifically there to grow trees and fell them and use them to make things out of wood. That one, yeah. It's not like it's
not an ancient forest,
ancient woodland in it's somewhere in the New Forest or something, is it? It's not. Yeah,
that's it.
No, it's literally.
Don't tell the people live in those trees in their own feces. That would be bad. But I think they've actually moved on to other things now. They're angry about many other things. Anyway, getting back to the conversation. Also, there was a wild long-term prediction, which we know of in the Tesla community, that Tesla could have factories on the moon in 20 years. Yeah. Doesn't that sound ridiculous? But let's not go into it now, but that was talked about as well. And finally, the FSD progress towards unsupervised autonomy, as well as supervised, in Europe. And the date that Elon Musk mentioned was March the 20th, 2026. This is when he expects RDW, the Dutch authority, to approve supervised FSD. And then that should cascade throughout the rest of Europe and maybe even over to Little Britain over here. With Musk saying you'll soon be able to fall asleep in a Tesla and wake up at your destination. This is once unsupervised hits us as well. So this brings me on to the news of the day, which was this. Oh my God, I got it right. Look at that. This document has been shown around X a million times on lots of big accounts. And unfortunately, it was fake. Well, not fake, isn't it? It's incorrect news. So, do you want to explain what happened here, Dave? Why people were confused by thinking that Tesla is about to release full self-driving demos in the UK? Why would people think that?
Well, so it's a bit of a. I don't really want to call it a bug, but it is a bit of So when you go to this, when you browse to when you go to look for test drives or events. you get a thing with a scary. You can type in your location and it will search for stuff that's going on near where you are. So it's sort of putting a radius around the address that you put in, and then it will show you all the events that are. And it's long been like this, but this particular bit, if you go directly to this address, there's nothing stopping you from the Tesla website from visiting this, even if it's in the ENGB. If you look in the address bar, it says ENGB, and you're visiting. You can type in this URL, and it's there. But you'll note that it doesn't show anything. There's no because everything that's happening is too far away from you. So it's almost like a bit of a bug in the website. They should constrain visiting this site if you're too far away. Because they
do say they say at the bottom.
I got really excited when I saw this, because I'm like, oh my goodness. And I was thinking the other thing is, go on, you say what you're saying. I've got another.
Well, I was just going to say, it does say at the bottom, please note this is a series of events offered across the United States in various cities. But yeah, if you were to type, they have changed it. I think this page is actually gone now. I think Tesla has been frantically going, no, it's not coming out yet. Yeah, so we do have to wait a little bit more patiently. But sorry, you carry on, and then I'll take it.
No. So the I can't remember what I was going to say now.
Well,
senior moment. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. So really, it is visiting these sites. I mean, I spent half a day digging through the source code of Tesla's website, and it's quite interesting stuff in there, to be honest. I'm a bit surprised there's quite so much sort of, there's a lot of JavaScript, and I don't know, you know what JavaScript is, Will? You heard of that? .js.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
And it's a programming. It's a programming language that's good for. It's mainly used for serving up websites and all the content where things move around, and you can do all that in JavaScript. So I used to do something called PHP and another thing called.
I don't do drugs, Dave.
MySQL. That's a good one. That's a good one. Well, MySQL. Get a bit of MySQL. And we used to. You could actually hide everything and just render a straight page with lots of active content on it. But a lot of sites now are done with JavaScript, which means that there's a lot of code floating around the background, and you can actually sniff bits of data that are going backwards and forwards between your computer and the server as it's trying to decide what to render on the page. And that's what Jeremy, the Tesla owners group, Jeremy had been sniffing around at. That's where he found links to events and all kinds of things. They're all kind of there and set up. And I think some of it is actually legit. I think they're preempting and getting things in place. So all the little ducks are getting in a line, and everything's all getting ready. But it's just not happened. It hasn't
not just Tesla either. So the Department for Transport, isn't the things that people are finding? Yeah. There's
a DFT thing, which shows that there's that the registration for Tesla as an autonomous vehicle operator is actually there. And that list isn't even published yet. It's not published. It's not public. But it's there and registered on the DFT site. If you can't see it, but if you sniff the packets of data going backwards and forwards when you visit certain pages, it pops out. It's there. So it's great. Really good.
Just to put an end to this, the FSD demo drives. There is nothing in place at the moment for the UK. Is, there's nothing in place for people to be able to take FSD demo rides, no matter what you see on X or anywhere else. That's not the truth at the moment. The reality is that FSD supervised in Europe is hopefully coming on March the 20th per Dutch regulators, as Elon Musk stated in yesterday's interview. How the DFT, the Department for Transport, will proceed is another hurdle. But, here's the silver lining, which it has always been the case since we've been waiting for a long time for this. By the time we get it, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. And, we know this to be the case. We know this for multiple reasons, but here's, one of the reasons. Fantastic new channel that came out of nowhere, Robot in Real Life. And he's taken Tesla FSD demo drives. And he titled this one, I'm not entirely sure of the title. This is called Unreleased Tesla FSD versus Europe's Death Trap Gauntlet. So as far as I'm aware, right, he's testing FSD supervised around Prague in the Czech Republic, but he's got a Tesla employee to take him out for a demo ride. but he's Mr. Robot in Real Life. Not sure his name. Apologize for that. He's actually he's programmed in the destinations, and he's put in 4 very difficult places to go to maneuver through. So I'd highly recommend watching the full. I think it's about 25-minute video, but it's really good. Great cringy commentary
to watch because it's really
it is, yeah. But he deliberately tries to put it in some very awkward spaces and places. And the chap has to
stress test.
It is, yeah, and the guy does have to take over at one point as he's entering a car park because he doesn't want to pay the fee. So he's like, "No, I'm taking over."
It's like that. Have you ever been that car park at Land's End? You know when you go to Land's End.
No.
You've been there. You've been to Land's End. Well, basically, you can't get to Land's End. It's private property, Land's End. So when you go down there, they've got one of those car parks. You drive in there, and it's like just at the end of a road, and there's nowhere to turn around, and the only way is to go through the parking. If you're lucky and talk nicely, he'll just let you turn around and go back out again. But yeah, they because they want to charge you for parking. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, we did that. We went for our trip in Scotland with Doug, Greg, and Matt. We went to see the bridge that was in Harry Potter, that nice viaduct where the train goes over it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just to stop and have a picture. And he was stopped at the car park. It's like £10 or something. And there was like 4 of us in 4 cars. We're like, I'm not paying 4. So one of us leapt out and took a photo. We all just got back in and drove off. But, it's so annoying. My mum and dad, when they got married, they drove down from Leicester to Land's End in their Robin Reliant 3-wheeler.
Oh,
that was their car of choice, and they kept having to stop, obviously, to fill it up and stuff. But imagine doing that drive. I mean, we worry about the dangers of cars today, and them, not the automatic emergency braking not working so well. But can you imagine being? Mind you, it was fiberglass, wasn't it? It was probably quite good in crashes.
And they really do roll over quite easily. They're quite.
They do. Top Gear and Jeremy Clarkson's famous.
If you turn a corner too sharply, they literally just fall over. So it's quite comical.
But they stay intact. That's the good thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a good job. This video is quite a long one from Robot in Real Life, isn't it? Because I've been playing it all this time.
Just going on.
But this is the silver lining that we're talking about, though. I mean, they're driving around for an awful long time. It's taken some crazy. Maneuvers. It did make I think a 20-point turn at one point, but it did it. That's the point. It can cope with things, and we're constantly getting told, in this country, there's no way it's going to go down a country lane in Cornwall and be able to reverse back. Yes, it is. It's being trained on such things as we speak in the UK.
This guy actually does. He takes Tesla's ride along. They're like they did like Arc de Triomphe, and they did Paris and London, and they're always sped up, aren't they? Like at 2 times or 3 times speed. He takes their videos and uses AI to process them and slow them down to normal speed so that you can watch. And they're actually really quite. That's when I first found this guy's channel. It's really really good.
Well, he did a great one in some. Sorry.
You just get to see a bit more of the detail of what's going on, but obviously, you're making up frames that don't exist, so it's
a bit tricky. Yeah, well, he also took the Cybertruck around Prague as well. On FSD, which I'm stuck in my head around.
Really,
I mean, it's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Because he's got FSD in the car.
That's gone up into Norway. Bjorn's got it.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. Bjorn Island's got it. But it's not really it's not an adapted version it's not a localized trained version, so it's a bit sketchy. I think they have some strange rules in Norway to do with back streets, and you don't, if you're coming down a road and somebody comes to a junction, you're supposed to give way to the left or something, which I'd never heard of that, but apparently that's a thing in Norway. So and the Cybertruck's not doing it, so you got this Cybertruck thundering down there. And it's not yielding in the places it's supposed to.
Well, in fact, that's one of the points that the Robot in Real Life mentioned earlier. Is like we don't have stops like we do, like they do in the States. So these cars don't have to roll to a total stop, which is a really silly rule in America because no one actually stops, but it's a legal requirement to make Teslas do that, which makes no sense because that's not how people actually behave or act or drive.
No.
But but in this video they don't have those. We just have roundabouts and crossroads. So it's good. Right. Well, that's enough for for that. But the point there is the silver lining's coming. By the time it comes to us, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. I almost want to say guarantee it. I know it's going to be good. What say you, Dave?
Yeah, it is. I know we're having to wait, and we go. I mean, I don't know. I've been waiting 6 years, so it's like, what's another month?
Yeah,
I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get a cascade run through from the 20th of February, but it's what can you do? It's got to be right. It's got to be right, and because the LGW are signing off, and they're literally passing this Article 39 exemption to get ahead of where, because a lot of the regulation for this level of self-drive is not there. It's a real first. It's a real big thing, but they can't be seen to be letting it out if there's something not quite right with it. It's pure speculation to say anything else. Well,
yeah, sure. Well, what I'm going to say before we wrap all this up, if anyone's got any questions from myself or Dave about anything, literally anything, don't care, then please write it in the comments now while we just talk about our last subject. I'm just going to ask you, have you been getting on with Grok? Have you been using it in the car much?
I have, yeah. Mine's going to be nerdy, Will. I asked Grok about, I'm having an issue with the 6502 processor. It looks like the address bus is, the voltages of the address bus output lines from the processor are a bit low.
That old chestnut.
That old chestnut, yeah. You've asked yourself the same thing many a time, haven't you, Will?
All the time.
And I can't. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Even when you ask deeply technical questions, it comes up with a. I've got a little project to do because I asked Grok about. I wanted to set up the Atari computers, like the ones you've seen in the background running these screens at the minute. They have a chip called the sound chip is called the Pokey chip. And it's short for pots and keys, and it does the keyboard and it does sound generation, and it's an old school sort of chip tune kind of square wave chip. So it's got a very unique sort of grungy sort of sound to it. I've got quite a few of these chips kicking about, and I wanted a modern interface so I could attach it to. I've got a little MIDI keyboard device that's kind of kicking around somewhere over there. I said, Grok, I want to run this sound chip with a teensy microcontroller, and I'd like to connect this MIDI keyboard to it. And within about 3 different prompts to just refine it a little bit, he'd written all the code, done me a list of all the things to connect where to where, and talked about how to get the sound out and how to connect it all up. And it literally sketched everything out. And I looked through it and I'm like, that's really bloody good, that is. Yeah. It's spot on. And that's the kind of thing you could have sat there and spent a few days coming up with that. And I've done it in 15 minutes. Grok's done it for me in 15 minutes. Now, maybe some of it won't work. Maybe the code will need a bit of polishing. But the point is that I reckon 80% of it is there already. And I'll have to just tweak it a bit to do what I want to do. Or I can just prompt Grok to change it. So I think
it's just a failure of the imagination to not know what to ask. And once you start delving into it and you naturally just start thinking of more things to say, I've been having some great debates with it,
You gave me an idea because you said you were learning some language, weren't you, on the way to?
I did a 20-minute French lesson, just on the way up to Manchester
in June. Yeah. Well, we need to learn some German.
Yes.
Well, it's Zwei Bier bitte. It's all we really need to know. We'll just, that's it. Get some beers.
Okay. Yeah. We'll use my Krankenwagen for afterwards because we'll need an ambulance. So that's all I know. I brushed up on some French, but what was interesting about it was listening to me speak back and then correcting me. It's not just like a one-way lesson, is it? And I'm instantly like, this is bad if you're a language tutor, a one-to-one language tutor. Because again, why would you pay for a language tutor now? Because you've got someone who's listening to your responses and correcting you at a speed that you want, at a time whenever you can do it. And here's what dawned on me when I was driving up to Manchester is, we've had Grok, I've got it on my computer, on my phone. I do use it a lot. But when you're sitting doing a journey in a car, and instead of listening to music, you can actually, do something like have a French lesson for half an hour. You've got time and you can do this stuff. And then you can have a debate about things or ask it personal questions. Or, I mean, me and Charlie, we've uploaded like blood test results for the past few years to Grok, and then it's analysed them really simply. I'm like, simpler. And then it's anything to note, anything we should look at, and it's given us some good ideas. And just talking to the Not a Doctor app through the car as well. And the therapist was amazing. And boy, do I need it. It was great.
Don't ask those. Don't get confused and get it in unhinged when you ask those questions.
Man, the mistake I obviously made when me and Charlie first got Grok in the car is I hadn't pressed that little button that says not suitable for work. When you turn that off and then you put it in sexy mode or unhinged mode, I could not believe what it was telling me to do. I mean, I'm not easily shocked, but I was like that.
It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. Yeah.
It is, and hilarious. But I already know there's going to be fun sponges in the UK. They're going to be like, look what Grok said to me. We need to ban this now. And, I know it's coming because it was just so ridiculously funny and filthy and offensive. I thought it was great.
It's brilliant. I've never, I didn't realize how much I was going to use it. And I mean, it's like, it's great. It's really, really, really good.
I just need more excuses to drive.
Exactly. Yeah. If you don't go very far in your car, it's like I'm not doing a 3-hour commute like I used to be. So I don't. I used to listen to a lot of podcasts. It's probably going to put podcasters out of business now because they're not. They're going to be chatting with Grok instead of you listening to podcasts. I don't know. I'm just making it up.
I don't know.
We've got a few comments. Will, what's in the comments?
Hopefully we keep.
Do you follow Starship? Yes. Do you follow Starship? Will?
Oh, where are we? Oh yes, of course I do. Yeah, absolutely love it.
John White.
When's Starship going up again? Sorry, I'll get back to that in a second.
It's got to be soon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be any moment soon. Can't wait.
Got to be soon.
In fact, I've got my
SpaceX top on. Yeah, look. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to go and see one. Just so excited.
Just got to be done.
Caroline says, "What's on the playlist for tomorrow's wedding?" The playlist is on my. Is on the radiator in the kitchen that I've not looked at yet, but I will. I've had to learn a Counting Crow song for it. Yeah, should be nice. It's a Counting Crow song I've never heard of before, which is weird because I quite liked them when they first came out, and then went a bit weird after that. Anyway, but what we do at the wedding, basically, we take our set list with us and we call it our Mango Jukebox. So we just put it out for the guests to choose the songs. So they just look through our set list and then they write it down and hand it to us when we do the drinks reception. And then we're just like a live jukebox then. But all that's coming to an end in August. We've got 8 weddings left to do. That's all this year. And then that's 20 years of being wedding musicians behind us and onwards to being a full-time Teslaist.
On to new stuff. Well, never be afraid to change, isn't it? Well,
exactly. Yeah. Wanted a new challenge. I think it's ironically going to put me in quite a fun, interesting position when we do start to see AI and robots taking people's jobs. And then we all have to find meaning in our lives and actually try and find the thing that we actually want to do. And that could just be gardening or drawing or volunteering, arts, creativity. There's so much.
Anything like that. Yeah.
And I think many people go through life just, having a job and thinking that's their life. And they connect themselves to that, thinking that is them. But it turns out it's not always them. There is usually bigger things inside them just dying to come out, but they're just too scared to make that leap. Yeah. But if you've got a system in place that takes care of your income needs, let's say with universal basic income or whatever, there's chances the whole world could change. And I think because I've been through this sort of process of being a musician and changing my our income structure a few times, because we used to sort of do up houses and then we were different musicians, and then we went into the world of weddings, and now we've gone into YouTube, and Charlie's now a dance teacher, and we were always setting up going really in different directions. It's great. It's brilliant. I mean, but the thing she gets most out about teaching is just like the joy it gives other people, like ladies of all different ages. She's teaching kids at school, she's teaching older ladies, and all different things. And it's just more of a community thing. And that's the other thing that should dawn on us with a AI and robot revolution. If that's taken over the labor market and working, it frees people up for connection again, to spend meaningful time with each other, rather than this whole world of we're just interacting online as me and you are doing right now. This is a good, meaningful relationship, isn't it? That we have.
Is,
but we're not just keyboard warriors, just trashing on people's YouTube channels all day. As so many people seem to enjoy doing.
No legacy auto manufacturers are harmed during this conversation.
No, they might be offended though.
One there, John Lawrence Steen, John Lawrence Steen. Will Grok come to Intel Atom? Intel Atom. I think it will. I had this conversation with Grok in car the other day on my Ryzen car. Sorry. I think it will. So Grok is a cloud-based large language model. Your interaction with Grok through the car is literally taking your voice sample, squishing it down and making it as small as possible. And literally, if you give a few seconds of speech, it goes down to 20 or 30, 40K bytes of data that's shipped off to the XAI servers. Grok, the large language model, processes and then ships back a crunched short file back to the car. And then that's unpacked and the voice assistant in the car reads that out to you. So there's no, I don't believe there's any issue that means that Intel won't be able to do that stuff. So you know, I love this bit about Tesla. You get it. You don't get all the features that you've got in the new cars. We didn't get Tron mode, and we didn't get, but we haven't got light bars and things like that. So if the hardware's not there to do it, they probably won't do it. But I'm pretty sure they will bring Grok to Intel. And why wouldn't you? Because I think that's another 2 million cars or something.
Yeah, it's worth it.
So why wouldn't you really?
Yeah. Big question then. When?
So the only thing that you might not get, and this Grok said this, not me. Grok said my avatar might not be quite as nice, not quite so colourful, is what Grok said. So, so there you go. The funny little wavy line colour thing that you get in the when you
was it a joke?
So you might not get that. I don't think so. I think it was the last word.
It's just.
So I think it will. What do you reckon?
Well, I'm certainly hopeful it will do. I can imagine the ingenuity and efficiency of Tesla engineers making this work, but they've got. I think it's more.
They've got a few things on the plate.
For them. Yeah, it's more prevalent for them to do FSD for hardware for vehicles. I think that, and the video we did still blows me away. If you haven't seen that one, do go out and find it. I don't even know what it's called. Hardware 3 something or other, but it just shows the ingenuity of Tesla and what they're capable of, what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Well, with the efficiency and the processing power of FSD, trying to make it work on older vehicles, and they look like they've found a solution through a few patents that they put together. It's just incredible. But again, way above my pay grade of understanding, which is why I'm ever so pleased to have you here, Dave.
I do digress into retro a bit too much, don't I? But
well, I digress into all sorts of places. You know me.
That's it.
Right. Chatter on the Tesla owners UK forum of Grok mimicking users' voices.
Oh,
have you
really?
had it? Oh God, I don't know. I've had to change tone to a deeper voice a few times mid combo.
Do you remember when we first got voice commands in Tesla, and you had to do an American accent to get anything to work?
Oh yeah, blimey!
You remember that?
Yeah,
you used to have to do your best American accent, and then you could get voice commands to work. But and then we got English British. Elon took pity on us, and we got English British, and off we went. That was it.
Yeah,
and that also does Scottish, Welsh, and Irish. It seems to get all of that. In that package. So
I was trying to get it to do a Scottish accent, and it was awful. It's dreadful.
Oh really? Oh yes, I remember. Yeah, I did.
Wasn't very good at it.
Video.
Yeah. As I say, purple burglar alarm. It's like
we're gonna have to try that.
Burglar alarm. Didn't work. Right. What we got? Thanks, Dave. I wonder why they didn't. Is it to try and get more people to get newer cars?
I don't. It's not like that. No, I don't. No. I don't think so. Anyway, I mean, I'm not a Tesla guy or anything. I like Tesla. I'm an enthusiast of Tesla. I'm always constantly amazed that we didn't think so. Everybody said, "Oh, you're not going to get that weather overlay thing," and then about 4 weeks later, we'd all got it on Intel. It arrived on Intel, and they did it, and it wasn't quite as nice as the Ryzen one, but it came. They managed to do it. It just takes more time, and I guess they're all flat out trying to get I think of all the work that's going on with, they've got it's like robotaxi, all the software for cybercab is probably being prepped right now. Because cybercab, we talked about this the other day, the first cybercab came off the line, didn't it? So that's ready. We've got rollouts in multiple territories for FSD. So we've got FSD in Australia, FSD in Europe, FSD in the UK. And these are all different places, different really need more training data, more stuff to and more regional stuff to make it work. So they're phenomenally busy.
And 4 new production lines coming online this year for Tesla.
Just
I can't even name them all.
Yeah. Have you ever looked at how many jobs? I don't go on LinkedIn much. I don't really like LinkedIn, but you go on LinkedIn, look at the Tesla, search the Tesla jobs. They have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of positions open throughout all over the world. In Germany, just everywhere. Lots and lots and lots in the US. They want desperately looking for people. So it's I'd love to work career for Tesla. Changes.
Oh,
would you? Yeah.
But I'm not smart enough. What would I do? I'd make the sandwiches. I'd be good at that.
Having chatted with some of their engineers, I could make sure that all the staff have got enough donuts. I try and do that anyway. In fact,
you'd slip right in there. You'd be fine.
If you want to borrow a car overnight, I'm sure donut bribery could well do the trick.
Donut bribery.
Just if you take your car for service, take some donuts. Treat the staff.
See, my health side is kicking in, thinking you want to take them a bowl of fruit. I think these are Tesla people. They care about health. I got a feeling. I'm just sorry. I'd be happy to see donuts, but secretly inside I'd be like, flipping bought me donuts. I'm going to get fatter. You know what I mean? I think I get this every time of year at this time because I get fatter over Christmas because I go a bit berserk. And now I'm desperately trying to lose my fat by running every day. And I just hate running, but I run every day now to try and lose it. And I look at cakes and I flipping have a love-hate relationship with them and biscuits. Yeah. So, if someone like you walked towards me with a tray of donuts, I'd be like, thanks so much. Like, give me a fruit salad. Maybe test it. We'll poll it, Dave. Take a fruit salad and a donut and see which one goes,
Well, I think
I've got a feeling the donuts will go. We do already.
We would. Yeah.
It's very kind of you. It's nice that you do that. Yeah.
What did Gary say? Okay. Tesla now employ 130,000 people. Yeah.
Wow. That's 130,000 people that get access to cheap Tesla shares.
Yeah.
Wow.
When they're looking for I think Caroline said that they need Android for ride hailing. Yeah, I think they were looking for an Android developer, weren't they? They were looking to recruit.
All right.
An Android developer.
Yeah. Well, it's about time. Why is this taking so long?
I don't know. I guess they go. Yeah. They do. They seem to do iOS first and focus on getting the structure of what they want, and then they roll to Android as a. After all, it seems to always take a little bit longer to get it on Android than it does. But then, I'm not a developer in these platforms, but I believe that developing for Android is a little bit more tricky because there's so many platforms to deal with. But
I'm going to get to some last comments, and then we'll round it up. So I've just realized.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking at how long we've
time. Amazing. I'm happy. I'm having a lovely time, but I do realize that people need to live and go to sleep. But
just there's still some people listening. So
I know there is. It's lovely. 102 people. If you haven't pressed like yet, please do. It really helps. And comment. Just say.
You could work at the Tesla diner.
Anyway, yeah.
Come on, Will.
I'd happily work at the Tesla diner. Frankie would be. I'd be mad for. He
would,
Tesla pizzas. Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh my goodness.
This was nice. Look, Gary Ruxby. Will, during the Elon hate wave, I took donuts, fruit, cakes, biscuits, nuts, cheeses. I have the choice. How lovely is that? Gary, cracking. Gary did such a great job. I tell you how amazing Gary was during the Tesla hate, and there was a protest outside the Tesla store in Nottingham. Gary, the legend. I said, if there's any patrons who want to go over and just try and speak to any of these protesters, and he did. He filmed some of the protesters and tried to have note to the word tried to have a conversation with them, but they were just so unhinged that there was no conversation. And when he asked a question, they were just stumped. It was quite embarrassing to see this bunch of people with picket signs of F-U-C-K written on it, Elon and stuff, and children walking by, cars going by, and they're stood there like this. utterly insane. It's on my Patreon page. So if you want to go along to Patreon and join in lots more fun, what a segue that was, Dave. If you want to head across to Patreon, this is where the action really is. I mean, if you think this is good, these conversations and these lives and the videos, Patreon, I've got tons of videos, right, that I've done before. And some of them were copyright problems. So I've had to just stick them on the Patreon page instead. But if you head on over there, loads more stuff there. I do a weekly video just for my patrons, just for these guys. And meetup opportunities and extended interviews. I've got an extended interview with Ryan's Model Y on here, with Farzad, with the guys from Now You Know, loads of people. So please do head on over to patreon.com/teslajigsaw and join for like just a couple of pounds a month. And it really, really helps me make this into some sort of financially viable business. And believe me, it takes up a lot of my time. So really appreciate everyone who's done that already. And if you could head on over there, I'd really appreciate you too. Just thank you so much, Dave. Really appreciate you. Head on over to X and click on Dave Dewson. No, click on EV Smiles.
EV Smiles.
At EV Smiles, and you will find a Dave at the end of there. Thank you very much for joining me. And I'll say goodnight. Bye, everyone.
Bye.